PTE is the game of only 5 tasks. There are 20 tasks in the PTE. 6 tasks, leave them. So there are 6 questions. We call them in our center or in our language, they are snakes.
Snakes.
Just like they work as a snakes, they will pull you back.
Got this feedback from a lot of students where they do struggle with fill in the blanks, and this strategy has worked really well for your students.
It works a lot. I always tell our student, they do not rely even on me, not on anything.
Yeah.
Just do whatever we are telling you, whatever we are teaching you. You have to do in front of me after the 10 minutes. They see your result. If it is not working, come to me, doctor, it's not working.
I remember we were discussing about this one-line strategy yesterday.
I also heard about this one-line strategy. We follow the Pearson guidelines. There's no any one-line strategy there. Then we, on different sources, we have got. If you can straight away ask me that one-line strategy works or not, I would say yes.
What is one-line strategy?
One-line strategy is that.
Guys, welcome to EnglishWise podcast. I'm so excited today to introduce someone very special, Dr. Kumar, who has been with us for almost 3 years now. So experienced. He's taught over 1,400 students at EnglishWise. It's a phenomenal achievement, I believe, because the experience you get after teaching 1,400 students is something which cannot be compared with any sort of video or any information that you find on Google or YouTube. Dr. Kumar, welcome to the podcast. I would like to dive straight into my first question. There's so much talk about which test is the best, IELTS, PTE or OET. You are a trained OET trainer. You've taught over 1,400 students at EnglishWise when it comes to PTE, and you've done the IELTS test yourself. So you have gone through all these 3 tests. Please, if you can explain, if you can put it in the most simple manner, which test is the best, because there is information out there, but it's very complex. Please.
Thank you very much, Shivi.
Yeah.
Actually, I would say that because PTE is strategy based. It's strategy based, and the good thing is that we have those strategies and we provide those strategies to our students, and they get through those ones. They get through their score, whatever they want. On the however, in the OET, in OET there are 8-9 subjects. Okay. As compared to the medical science, X-ray technicians, nurses, doctors, pharmacists. If you will see the contest, the matter which you will get, especially in the listening and reading component in OET, you have to be a very broad knowledge of the medical science, all those fields, because you can get any topic from anywhere. If you don't have the idea about, or you never read those topics or those subjects, a bit harder.
So subject knowledge is quite important when it comes to OET.
All the subjects, you have to know about that.
Whereas in PTE, it's more strategic based.
Yes, it's general.
Yeah, you don't have to really worry about the content of the question.
Yes, right. Because they are general. They are, the questions they give you, they are the general knowledge. Everyone knows about it.
Correct, yeah. And we're seeing so many nurses and medical professionals going for PT test these days.
Yes.
There's a huge demand for nurses here in Australia, and they have an option to sit for OET or PT or even IELTS. So thank you so much for giving us.
I will straightforward say, if your requirement is fulfilled by the PTE, because I also taught 7-8 years for the OET as well. So if your requirement is your organization is accepting the PTE, better to go to the PTE, which is you can say much strategy and a few things, and it's much easier to do as compared to the OET. This is very simple.
Right.
So That's why I stopped to teaching the OET. Anyone who is who contacted me after that, when I knew about this this PTE new test, then everyone I recommend that please go to the
Right.
PTE. It's better.
And let's say there's someone who has to choose between PT and IELTS. OET is not an option. They don't come from a medical background. What do you think is really
Again,
the
the question
difference?
is again the answer is same, because that's the strategy, or you can say templates and all these based which work in the OET in PTE, but it's very hard to use those in the IELTS.
Right.
So it's very, because you don't have to go beyond your timing and beyond your things. In other, you have to little bit work hard, and they really need a lot of the things. And I think now people this OET IELTS, I think 99% of a student which we have deal in our center and
Yeah.
they know about it.
Right.
That PT is the best option
right.
as compared to OET or IELTS. Usually a student nowadays, as compared to 3-4 years back, nowadays students, they rarely ask their doctor which test is better. They already know.
Right. You mentioned the word templates. Now, there are so many templates out there. There are so many forums on Facebook and other social media channels where students all around the world are constantly discussing which template to use, because it's a very template-based test. Almost every student I've come across use some kind of template when they go for the official test. And because there are so many templates, there's always this discussion going on, oh, this one's gone outdated now, this one's recent. Can you talk a little bit about the value of template? And also, is there a thing such as this template is outdated, this one's a recent one? What are your thoughts on this?
Yes, I think a lot of students, that's very important question. A lot of students, they have very wrong concept that whatever they will write, PTE will accept it. It doesn't. It doesn't work.
Right.
Any template which really make the sense and you think that is logical, that template will work.
Right.
Illogical or not making any sense. And if you as a because we also adult people, we know the logical. If it doesn't make the sense, or you think that's not correct, that will not be, it won't work.
So there's no thing as outdated and recent template.
No,
Okay.
there's no any concept. This is outdated. This is nothing. Any template which make the sense, which make the sense and meaning. Answer is correct. Computer will accept it.
Right.
That people have the wrong concept that if we repeat the things, we do it in this way. No.
Right.
Even in whole PT, nonsense things, they don't work.
Right.
Anything which is sensible and very correct and a very organized, that will 100% work.
So if you do come across some sort of template, you got to make sure that it's making sense to you. You can't just pick up anything and everything.
No.
Just because it has worked for someone else.
No.
And PT is very unique in the sense that there are a lot of transferable scores, which we don't see in other kind of English language test. And I feel students know about the transferable scores. They know what they do in speaking can have an effect on reading, and what they do in listening, for example, can have an effect on writing. But what I believe is a lot of students don't know how many points get transferred. So can we talk a little bit about the transferable scores? And then my next question to you would be, what questions are most important where transferable scores really matter? So if you can give our audience a bit of an idea about the transferable scores, which questions carry the most number of transferable scores, and then also the type of questions which are absolutely important.
Okay, thank you. Actually, PT is the game of only 5 tasks. there are 20 tasks in the PTE. 6 tasks, leave them.
So when you leave them, like you don't do them, like you just leave them, or?
We cannot skip them.
Okay, no.
So
not
we
skipping.
have to don't waste the time there.
Oh, don't
And
waste the time. Right.
Yes, they are time waster. And if you go through those, the AI will interpret that you are wasting the time here, and you won't complete your test between the time factor. So there are 6 questions. It's very we call them in our center or in our language, they are snakes.
Snakes.
Just like they work as a snakes, they will pull you back. PT is the game of just 5 questions. Read aloud, repeat sentences, reading, writing, fill in the blanks, summarize spoken text, and 5th is write from dictation. Write from dictation, score decider.
Is the score decider.
Yes, we call this task as a score decider.
So probably the most important question.
Yes, you can say. But write from dictation and repeat sentence is very similar. So if your approach to the repeat sentences is very good, automatically you will do a very good score in the write from dictation as well.
Right. So now we've got a bit of understanding of what questions are important, but what about the transferable scores?
Transfer, just like a read aloud is the first task.
Yeah.
This read aloud is, you can say, is the most important question. Now, in the very start, you have to perform very good in the read aloud. In the read aloud will give you around 30 points to speaking and 30 to 35 points to reading.
That's a big
So we rely more because
number.
Yeah, we rely more on read aloud for reading points. Because to get one reading point from the fill in the blanks in the reading is a little bit challenging. So if we are not getting the score in reading, we work hard, or maybe we try to fix this task, read aloud. If someone is not getting the score there, then its score is. So 5 tasks, every task will give you around 30 points to, just like write from dictation will give you 27 to 30 points to listening and 27 to 30 points to writing as well. And writing itself has the 2 tasks.
So the first and the last task of the test.
First and last task, very important. Second task, which is repeat sentences. Repeat sentences will give you around 25, 30 points to speak, 30 points to speaking, and the same points to the around in listening as well. So can you imagine? So 60 points in listening, you only get from 2 tasks.
Yeah, that's
out of
why.
90.
Yeah, that's why we say it's a very strategic test.
Strategic
because
test.
if you have the right approach towards a test, if you're strategic about the test, you have a good understanding of the test,
Yes.
you can do really well.
Understanding of the marking.
Marking criteria.
Yes, marking criteria, where you have to, because these 5 tasks have around 70 to 80% of score. So you have to spend your 80% of time on those tasks instead of wasting the other time, the other task, because they have the 20% of score, which is the remaining all the tasks. Students are always worried about the essay, this thing, the task which doesn't, even the MCQs or the other task, don't worry about it.
I believe it can be a little controversial when we say that the other questions are not that important or time wasting.
No, you can say semi important.
Semi-important.
You can categorize them.
So you still give them some importance. You do them to the best of your abilities.
5 tasks are the most important tasks.
Right. Okay.
9 tasks, they are semi-important.
Right.
And the remaining 6 tasks, not important.
Can you just mention those 6 tasks? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Not important.
All the MCQ questions.
Right. That's 1.
in MCQ, in MCQs in reading
Yeah.
and listening,
Yes.
MCQs, and other one is one of the listening question. They are not important question. Just leave them. Not, you cannot leave, but because they have only half a point or 1 point sometimes.
Don't spend too much time on those
Too much,
questions.
yes, because otherwise
Right.
those have. I think if you spend the time there, you won't arrive. You won't finish the last question,
Which is the most important question.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to spend more
Right.
time on the last question because it's each word has the 2 points.
Right. You got students coming to you couple of days before the official exam. In my personal opinion, it's sad. It's not the ideal scenario. You approach a coaching center, a preparation center just a few days before the exam. But now you got that student who wants you to help him or her just a couple of days before the exam. 2 days, 3 days. Maybe they've done the test. Now they've done the test. Obviously, they haven't got the desired score. How do you help them in that situation?
Shivi, that's very painful situation. Okay, because they have been misguided from somewhere that PTE is nothing. PTE is just the test. You can go and give the test. You will get the score. That is not. We help them, but it's very, we have to spend a lot of time, extended hours, we book and special our trainer on them who sit with them.
So they'll have to drop everything else in their life and just
and it's
focus on this.
And that situation when they come, the students their self, they are in panic situation. When they get very panic, then they approach it in a very last few days.
Yeah.
And in that panic situation, they don't work properly. Their mind, their head doesn't work. And they get confused even in the exam as well.
Yeah.
So I think we have to give them the special priority because to our test, and we have to think a bit better way that it is not just a test that you can prepare for 2-3 hours or 10 hours and you will get your in 1 or 2 days. Yes, and if you want to spend, we have the 20 hours. If someone is giving us 20-30 hours, but not in 1 day. He has to give 2-3 days, 2-3 hours in a day, then he will get it slowly.
Yeah.
Slow the study wins the race.
Yeah.
So it's not in a matter of 1 day or 2 days. That's very painful situation. But fortunately, most of our students, they got their score, but I will not recommend them to approach us in 2 days or 3 days. It's painful situation for them and us as well.
This is exactly the reason why I asked you this question, because I'm aware of the fact that some students approached you a couple of days before the official exam and they did get the score. But it's not an ideal situation.
No, it's not an ideal.
And I believe not everybody gets a score too.
Yes. It's not an ideal situation because that's the panic situation for them and us as well. Because we really, because when we enroll any student, we want their score. We need their score. We want that because we have enrolled. That's our responsibility.
Yes.
Someone has come to help. So we have to help them. Otherwise, we don't have to just say them that we can't help it. Okay, do your test.
Correct.
But they come and we have to help because we are here to help our students and help the people.
There are so many softwares out there. AI scored PTE softwares. There's quite a few of them. Some of them are really popular. How important are these softwares? And we have a software too. How much can you rely on these softwares? Because these days, most of the students rely on the mock test, a full scored mock test, before they book their official exam. What would you like to say about softwares?
It's a very good question. My answer is, do not believe on people's things. Whatever the people are saying you that this one is good, that one is good. No. You are yourself, you are mature person, you are adult man. Go through the Pearson's mock test.
Official Pearson
Official
mock test.
Pearson mock test.
Yeah.
Go through that. Or go through the other softwares first. Okay.
Yeah.
I can assure you the portal, the software, which is the EnglishWise software, it's very, very closer. Whatever the score you will get there, it will be similar score in the Pearson official mock test as well. You
Are
have
doing
to
a little bit of marketing here?
No. This is not marketing. No, this is not. You can, whatever I'm saying, you can do the experiment by yourself. I'm not saying that this is good, that is good. So do the one mock test from EnglishWise and one or two or any other software which you are using, which is available in the market. Do the mock test there and then purchase one other mock test from the Pearson official website. See the score. That's it.
Right.
You will decide. No one will advertise or anything for the EnglishWise or other thing. Then you have to tell your friends and you will observe yourself. I have seen it.
Right.
We have done it in our students. A lot of students, they come and they say, I'm using but I'm not getting a score. I said, okay, I'm giving you the challenge. Do this one and do this one. Do the mock test here and the same here. Same day, same time. Just spend the 4 hours. You will see the difference. That's it. That's simple.
I'm very curious to know, and I think nobody can be really sure about this, but from your observation, has the marking criteria changed over time for PT? Or in other words, the way the AI test the student, has it changed over the last few years or has it always been the same? I'm talking about the official PT test.
Since I have joined in 3.5 years ago,
Yeah.
and since then and now, I didn't observe any change in the software.
Yeah.
Because I think if they will change the software, they will clearly announce, they will tell the student, they will announce the things that now we have changed the things. There are 2 tasks they have included in the speaking test now in last 2-3 months, but they are not scored. Probably they are planning to change it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But at the moment,
According to you, your observation.
yes, whatever we have been
consistent.
teaching since, we taught the 3 years back. These are the simulator working.
Yeah.
Just the last week, one of his student, he got, about that, the 90 score, he got it.
Right.
Maybe a few days back.
Yeah.
So the same thing which we taught at that time,
It's still working.
yes, it's still working.
What's your advice to a student who's never done the test, first time test taker? He or she calls you and just
I
ask
always
about
ask,
PT.
I always ask them, have you done the PTE before? They say no. Come in. We call them in our center, what students? Then I ask them, what score you want? They say, okay, 90, you will get it. But once you do the PTE, and people are thinking that if I repeat it on the next day, then it's little bit tricky things.
Yeah, my question basically was about the importance of coaching. Do you really have to take the training? Because there is a lot of content out there. There is a lot of help out there. If I feel if you're really disciplined, you might get all the help you need from Google or YouTube. Like you don't really need to sign up for a center. Again, as I said, the student has to be quite disciplined. And some students can, but most students will need training. That's my opinion. What's your opinion? Because you have dealt with so many students who, and the combination of students who've done the test before, some students might have approached you at the very first time before they even appeared for the first test. So you got that experience with you. What have you concluded how important it is for the student to take the training before they appear for the first test?
In any matter of your life, even if you are in doubt, then those things won't happen. You can say, I will conclude it, the training will make your things surety. That whatever we are...
Great answer. Yeah.
Yes. That you will be sure this is the right thing and you get your that thing.
So
Your confusion will be removed.
Got it. Yeah.
Because when you hear something from here, something from there, something from Google, something from YouTube, different organization, now you are confused. What is that?
Absolutely.
Once you confuse in any matter, you won't, you will not perform very good.
I love that.
Yes.
If you have doubt, if you're not sure,
Yes.
then most likely the result will be bad.
Result, yes.
You won't get to where you want to.
This is in our normal life as well.
Yeah.
So same
100%.
thing, we give them accurate, perfect with, those things would already used and we got the score, and that is the accurate things. We give them only those concise, accurate. We save your time.
Yeah, and money.
And money as well. We save your money.
Yeah.
We save your time. Here in Australia and anywhere, people have very limited time, limited money.
Yeah.
We save your time. You save money. Training will save your time and money. And the clarification of your doubts as well.
Also your mental health. Like if you've done the test, I don't know, 5-6 times and you haven't got the score, like how stressed
Yes.
students get.
They didn't get the score. They didn't get the score. Most of the student, if you will say, because of this word doubt. Because they were not sure.
Yeah.
Which one is, what is correct? And then they mix the things by themselves. Because they get one thing from there, one thing, they say, oh, this is one better. This is better. They don't have the experience. Experience makes the man perfect.
Yeah, I completely agree. So you get a coach on your side who has that experience, who's taught many students, and then they can give you that perspective as to how to customize the content according to your skill set, and then
requirement. What is the computer requirement for your needs? Okay. Because always when the student they get the score, they come back to us, and we explore them. How did you do this one? What was the things here? What was in the everything we have one session after the exam as well. Yeah. Then someone has done this, someone has done, then we decide, oh, okay, this one is whatever we have got. You can say most of the things we have learned from our students.
Yeah. And that brings me to my next question, which is prediction files and question banks. How important are they? Where can you get all this stuff from? I think students know where to get prediction files and question banks from. But I would like to know, I'm pretty sure the audience would like to know, the most credible source.
Yes.
And the value of these things in the actual exam.
Because usually the questions, not all questions, but most of the questions, you will get the repeated questions in the real exam as well.
What sort of percentage we're looking at? Rough idea according to you.
I think maybe more than 50% questions you will get repeated questions. Yeah. And so just like in our software, we always update, EnglishWise especially, they update the questions, bank and everything. That's why a lot of the questions I have heard from our students, they say that they have got, sometimes students say, I've got 80%, more than 90%. All the questions I've got from there. Now this is because computer will give you random things. It's not accurate. Whatever the questions I will get it in my exam, definitely you won't get it. Or maybe you get all the questions similar to me as well. So that is the random things. You can't say. But my perspective is because our student after the test they always tell us that more than 50% questions they got the repeated which are already in our
Right.
portal, and they got a lot of questions there.
Okay.
Maybe this is the real PTE software. They have organized in this way as well.
Coming to the technical aspects of the test, I remember we were discussing about this one-line strategy yesterday. You were talking about. Can you tell us a little bit more about what this strategy is? Where can students use this strategy, and how helpful it is for the exam? In the exam.
Yes, a few months back, I also heard about this one-line strategy, and then we use that one-line strategy, and we learn from different sources. You can say on this, because a lot of students, they come and they told me that, doctor, one-line strategy, it works, this one, that one, because we have the, we follow the Pearson guidelines. There's no any one-line strategy there. Then what happened? We, on different sources, we have got, I will give you a very informative information, very good information. If you can straight away ask me that one-line strategy works or not, I would say yes.
But what is it?
I would say yes, it works.
Yeah.
But it's very risky.
Yeah, but what is one-line strategy?
One-line strategy is that one-line strategy used in the read aloud, which I already mentioned that it's a very important task. In one-line strategy, a student, they read one line and they got their score. Means 30 points, full points in speaking and full points in reading. If you would say yes, but this is the percentage wise. It's very important, you have to understand. It's percentage wise. Just like if in that read aloud task, there are 100 words. We'll say there are 100 words, you have to read it.
Yeah.
Now, if you read very correctly, even the 90 words out of 100, 10 words are pronunciation or other things are not correct, or that word, you didn't know that. If you correctly speak 90 words,
90 words.
out of 100,
Out of 100 in read aloud.
is
90%.
90%, still you will get 90 out of 90 score. Your score will be very good. You have a broad range or broad window that you could be, you can speak or you can read a lot of words incorrect as well, because you have a window, not a very large
10%.
window. The same formula is in one line as well. Now, if you read one line, if you just read 2 words wrong, so now your score will be 80%. Out of 10 words,
Got it.
10. Now it says 80, because you have a very narrow window. You have given yourself in a very narrow window. Then you cannot do the mistake.
So fluency, pronunciation, and content also matters.
Yes.
You can't just say anything. Is it?
Everything matters. In our center, 1-2 students, they got full points by state, but 90% of students, they didn't get the score. Because anyone who's eager to do in one line, I always tell him, we don't do that. I always tell, okay, by the test, use this strategy, one line there. If it is working, then you have to do the real test.
So it may not work for everybody.
No. 80%, 90% student, they never. Before doing, I will give you a very good thing. Before using this one line strategy, purchase a Pearson 1 mock test. Official mock test. Use this one line strategy there. 90% I know it won't work, but if it is, and very rarely it will work, any person then you can use it. Otherwise, don't use it. I will not recommend.
So it's not for everybody. You really
Yes.
got to see if it's going to work for you or
Yes, it's you can say it's very risky and unsafe.
not. Yeah.
Don't take any risks.
So stick to the basics. Just do the right thing.
Yes, right
practice
thing.
and-
Because you have
Yeah.
you have a very broad range of windows. You can do few words. It's okay. Wrong.
There's a room for error.
Yeah.
And then there's elimination strategy, which I believe is mainly used in multiple choice questions. If you can talk a little bit about the elimination
Not
strategy.
it is used in the reading.
In the reading.
Reading, fill in the reading, writing.
Oh,
fill in
sorry, the fill in the blanks.
Yes.
Yeah, when you have those. And it's an important question in reading. One of the most important question, I believe. Yes, I've got this feedback from a lot of students where they do struggle with fill in the blanks. And this strategy has worked really well for your students.
200%. 200%.
Yeah. Would you like to share?
Yeah.
How-
you just this is called elimination.
How does it work?
Yes,
Yeah.
it works a lot. I always tell our student, they do not rely even on me, not on anything.
Yeah.
Just do whatever we are telling you, whatever we are teaching you. You have to do in front of me after the 10 minutes. Let's see your result. If it is not working, come to me, doctor, it's not working.
Yeah.
Okay? It's a matter of 10, 15, 20 minutes. That's
You
not,
don't believe.
Yeah.
You just implement what we teach and you
Yes.
see the results yourself.
see the result in front of us.
Yeah.
This is the computer, this is me, it's you.
Yeah.
Okay, we are not talking, we don't talk these things on the market, on the hotel, where there is no any equipment. You can't do it. No, we always in the center. We teach them in the center. Everything is there. Elimination process, it's not my developed process, it's the international process. It's a process. How does it work? Now,
When you have to choose an answer from few options when you have.
yes,
And then you
just
can
like
implement this.
they will give you four options.
Yes, correct.
That is reading, writing, fill in the blanks is the one of the most important question because it's each answer will give you 1 point in reading and 1 point in writing as well. It's very important question. If that question you have left that or there are lot of wrong answers,
You'll be
you have to
back.
book another test. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Now, how will you do it? It's very important. Never try to choose the right answer. Never ever. So think that your task is which one is incorrect.
Lovely. Yeah.
Which one is incorrect?
Completely different approach.
No, don't think because a student they always try
Look for
to
the
choose
right answer.
the right answer.
Yeah.
No, yes, I will tell you how to do it. Choose which one is incorrect. Oh, this is incorrect. This is wrong. This is wrong. Whatever left, just put that question. Then you don't have to waste the time and don't think, does it match? Is it right? Don't think. Whatever left, that will be the answer. Don't see the logic or anything. Your approach is different. So now how I tell the student, how I teach the student, okay, do in this way. Choose any 5 blanks. Five questions from our portal. Do the 5 questions. On those questions, just like there are 25. Any 5 questions, there are 25 blanks. Do those ones by the approach which you have been using since many time. Since the last 2 months or 3 months.
Yeah, but how do you find the incorrect answers? Like, what's the strategy for that? How do you know that this is going to be the incorrect answer?
I will tell you. I will tell you that one. So I teach them, okay, do those 5 questions.
Yeah.
Change, just you will see, after those 5 questions, choose another 5 questions. Just change the approach. You will see your result. You will see your result in 5 questions you will do in maybe 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
And the other 5, 10-15 minutes and half an hour, you will see your result. Just change your approach will change your everything.
But what is that approach? Can we talk
Yes.
about it? Is it possible?
Yes, it's very in detail, but I will give you the short.
Please.
How the MCQ are formed.
Yeah.
Because when I was teaching in uni,
Yeah.
I was also the, I was the making
Question developer. Like you were developing the questions.
question
Question
bank.
bank. Yeah.
So that was the international university, and they told us how to prepare the
MCQ questions.
MCQs questions. These not MCQs, but fill in the blanks of these questions.
Yeah.
So then this is the international approach. Out of 4 options, 1 option will be irrelevant. We have to put the 1 option will be irrelevant from the answer.
Doesn't make sense. Like you try to put that one in the fill in the blank.
So
and it
we
wouldn't make
have
sense.
to when we prepare the question bank, then we have to choose according to the international standard.
yeah.
International standard is that 1 answer will be irrelevant. 1 answer will be opposite
Right.
to the right answer.
To the right answer.
Only 2 options. 1 option will be correct,
Yes.
and 1 option will be very closer.
Very close.
Then I would not say what do you mean by close, but I will give you now when you have 4 questions, 4 options, and if you chose 1, you have 25% of chances to be correct.
To get the answer correct. Yes.
Okay, but when you have eliminated the 2,
Now you got double your chance, which is 50%.
now you have the 50% chance to be correct. You change the approach, see the result. This is a matter of half an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. So with this strategy, you can literally double your chance
Yes.
of getting the right
Correct
answer.
answer. Right
Correct
answer.
answer.
Yes. And it works.
Yeah.
It works.
100%.
Yes.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yes.
Is there any way that you can really choose the right answer between the one which is very close to the real answer? Like, what skill set do I need to be really sure that I got the right answer? Like, is there any strategy that I can implement where I'm dead sure that this is the correct answer?
There
Like, I
are
have a
just,
100% chance.
you
Is
know,
that possibility, or what do I need to do to get to that point?
Then a little bit you need the grammar, and we know what is that grammar questions.
Now
they
the
will
English
give you.
comes in.
Yeah, a little bit, not
Yeah.
too much.
Not too much. Yeah.
So maybe grammar things.
Yeah. Work on your grammar.
Collocations.
Collocations.
So these words
Yeah.
they work, but you can say the English is the different thing, different topic
you still
from
need
this.
the language, the command on the
Yes,
language, isn't it?
not in the command in PTE. There are because of the set things.
Yeah.
You don't need very hi-fi or because they are
But
not.
is that true for 79 test takers as well? The ones who need 8 in PTE. How important would it be for them to be good in English? Can they really get the score just based on the strategies and the techniques and not really knowing? No, I won't say not really knowing, but not really having a good command over the language.
You have to be good performer.
That's interesting.
I will not say that.
do you mean by
I will
performer
not
here?
say I'm very afraid to say that you don't need the English or you
Yeah.
need the English.
Yeah.
That's I'm not talking on that
Right.
topic. But if you are a smarter performer, you will get 90.
Even though you don't have a really solid command over the language, is it?
Because there's not only they don't check only the English. They check lot of the things.
Right.
Your approach. That is, I won't say this is purely the English test. They check the English.
Yeah. How much percentage would you say where the language really matters? Your how good you are in the language in English for a 79 test taker.
I think is more. You can say more is performance. How you perform, how smart you are to perform the things very accurately.
Yeah,
and
I
then
get
you will
it.
get say.
So, but then still, how much percentage? Sorry, I'm pushing you to get an answer. But in your experience, like
because
how
we
much?
have different.
Let's say I got 5 in IELTS. what are the chances that I can get 8 in PTE? And how long it's going to take me? It's a standard question. I mean, I get this question.
You cannot compare because IELTS is the different.
Yeah,
you can say different.
But then students are asking that question, like, I am 5 or 6 in IELTS and I have to get 8 in PTE. How long do
According
I need to prepare?
to your guide, if you have the 6 IELTS, you can get the 7 IELTS, 7 in PTE. According to their guide and guidelines, provided guide, that your score is just like 765 is equal to 7 IELTS.
Yes.
7 IELTS.
Yes.
So this is very clear that even if you get the 65 score in PTE is equal to 7 IELTS.
Yeah.
But
how long it can take? Let's say if I've like 5 in IELTS and I need to score 7 in PTE.
Then
how long do I need to prepare?
It depends on you.
Let's say
if you spend maybe
I'm willing to invest about 2 hours every day, 5 days a week. How long?
How many weeks?
Yeah, that's what my question is. How long?
Maybe 2-3 weeks you will get it.
2-3 weeks. That's a really short time. Wow.
Yes. 2-3. If your score is 5 in IELTS, so
5 in IELTS.
So 5 is not 7. A good. You can say not a good score.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's why you have to little bit work on the PTE.
So 2 to 3 weeks. Wow.
Yeah, maybe 2 weeks. It depends. If your background is
I think a lot
very
of students
good,
will ask for your contact.
No, it depends on a lot of students. One student, you believe me, one student, she never did she was from Bhutan and she never did the PTE IELTS, nothing.
From Bhutan, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she required 65. She came in the center. She enrolled for 1 month, but she came every day. She attended the strategy classes. And after maybe I think 10 days, she booked the test. And after 10 days, every day she was spending 3-4 hours. And after the 10 days, she got her desire was 65. I think we have the video of that girl as well. And required was 65. In a 1 week of preparation, she got 83 in his score was 83. Everything was above 80.
But she had never appeared for any test before.
Never, ever.
Yeah, but maybe her language.
That's why I told you.
Yeah.
So few students, they work in mines here because a lot of students, they work mines because of our, EnglishWise software and, conveniency of the course. You can say 99% of the students who works in mines or the FIFO worker, they always approach to here in Perth, especially in Perth, they always approach EnglishWise because of the conveniency.
Yeah.
So they approach it. Lot of students, because they come every 15 days and they say, okay, I will give the test next year. So I will come after 1 month, attend the one study. In 1 month, I will prepare for the one class. So that is the different approach. It depends upon the student.
Yeah, it depends on the students. I get it. But
yes. But if you
really
are consistent.
Consistent. Like
if you are
when
consistent,
you say 2 to 3 weeks and you are putting in like 2 hours a day, so in 3 weeks, there's a good chance you can go from 5 in IELTS to 7 in PTE.
We have organized the PTE study plan, which is in our center.
Guys, the reason I'm asking this question again and again.
We have formed that one in 20 to 30 hours.
Right, I get it.
So everything is written that how much time you have to spend on this task, this thing. If you follow that journey, which is of the 20 to 30 hours, you will get your score. Whatever the score you want.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's a journey that if you follow and execute,
then you will get it.
And that's what
I can assure you. Yes, I can assure.
They wanna prepare in the shortest time possible, and they just want to get it out of the way.
Have to be consistent.
Consistency is the key.
Consistency is the key. Follow that journey, you'll get your score. If you are serious, you can do in this way. But not those 20 or 30 hours in 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
Again, those are someone say, okay, I'm coming to you.
I'll come for 3 days and I'm going to
No,
sleep here and I'm
no.
just going to study
No, it doesn't.
24/7. That's
Because
not
now
gonna
you
work.
are in panic situation. You have to be relaxed.
Yeah, you got to
Don't think that things are on your head or you are very in
Yeah.
panic situation. You want to.
Yeah.
You have to be very relaxed, very comfortable. Follow the journey exactly. At the time of enrollment, I give them, all the students, I provide them a paper, study plan, how much hour, how much time you have to spend on which module.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
It's very organized,
Very structured for them.
structured and organized. If you follow it, we indirectly, we can give them this paper is the surety of your score. You will,
Indirect guarantee. that
yes,
you'll get the
you can
score.
say, because
Right.
you cannot
Yeah,
say
yeah, you
directly,
cannot, yeah.
but indirectly, we clearly mention them. If you, my dear, if you follow this journey, you will get your score.
I'm pretty sure you must have come across a lot of students who have done the test multiple times. And in my experience too, they are panicking and they're really stressed out. What can they really do to calm down? Like they got time. This is not a situation where they have to get the test done in 2 weeks. They have few months, let's say, to do the official test. But because they've done it many times already, they are really stressed out. They are disappointed. They're a little bit angry about the whole situation. How can they really calm down? How can they really forget the past and focus on the future? What are the tools?
The main thing is that because if students, they are in, in stress or in panic,
Yeah.
then their intelligence area, as a doctor, I can tell you, then their intelligence area doesn't work properly.
FYI, he's a doctor by profession.
Their memory,
Yeah.
then they cannot, they forget lot of the things. If you are in stress, if you are in panic situation, definitely forget lot of the things. Forgetting, you can't do the exam properly. And this situation affects in the speaking. And speaking is the backbone of the PTE. 50% of marks, they come from only the speaking. 50% around.
Wow.
So they affect their speaking. Speaking gone, everything is gone.
So stress will have a direct impact on your
Yes.
speaking.
If when we teach in the class, you can ask our students as well. I tell them that this computer is your 5-year-old boy or girl. Just like you are talking, just like you talk with your boy, with your son, with your daughter, just speak in this way. It loves. You'll get your 90 score. Just change your voice. Just change your mental. This approach that you are speaking in front of a small kid. How will you speak in this way?
You got to be gentle, is it?
Very gentle, very polite, very lovely.
Because I've
So
seen students there.
these things, when you speak in this way, very politely, very gently, very calmly, so you are relaxed. When you are relaxed, your score will jump. You believe me, one of my students, she was reading in this way. Okay. I told him, just relax, put your this knee, just knee down on the other, relax. Read it this way. In the morning, same morning when she did the exam, she came early. Her exam was in the afternoon. In just I say 15 minutes to half an hour, her speaking changed and she got 90.
Wow.
Her speaking was not, their problem was speaking. So just changing the portion.
Yeah.
I
Posture.
don't teach her anything.
Your
Just
posture.
changing the posture, changing her way, change everything. She become very relaxed. because AI is very latest and very smart software.
Sensitive, yeah. It will.
It's very sensitive.
Yeah.
You know, when the software interprets that I have given her a one small paragraph and she's very in panic. It means she's not good in English. I have given her a one sentence to repeat. She is repeating very correctly everything, but still she is very confused. Means she is not a good in English.
Yeah.
So do you think that
Leave
the
a wrong
AI will
impression.
give you 90 out of 90? It's not. Even you are very correct. Very close to correct. You won't be correct, but very close to correct, but you will not get good marks. If you are very relaxed, very calm, peace, polite, then you will get the score. Then
Fantastic.
you get the 90. This is our you can if you won't trust anything which I have told you, do not believe on anyone, even on me. Test it by spending just the $30 to buy their test. Whatever I told you, use it. Buy 2 tests. In one test, you have to sit in this way and read very correctly. See the score. In the other test, you just have to relax, very calm, politely, lovely manner. Just read on those ones. See the result. In 1 to 2 hours, you will see it.
So, what I understand is how relaxed you are can have a big impact, a positive
yes.
impact on
Yes.
your score.
Yes.
I would like to say thank you, Dr. Kumar, for taking some time out to share.
I will tell you, one of our trainer in EnglishWise, especially in she works in Pakistan, and our Pakistan Karachi center. She you asked me for the timing. She didn't know the PTE. What is PTE? I taught her only for 1 week. She got 90 out of 90. In 1 week, she said she did a lot of the practice and she was relaxed. If you do the test, especially in any pressure, for the migration agents pressure, your visa pressure, your registration pressure, your admission pressure, then it's very hard.
Yeah.
But if you do not have any pressure, thus just like her, she didn't have any pressure.
Yeah. So basically, do not leave the test preparation until the end moment, because that will avoid the pressure. And if unfortunately you are in a situation where you have a lot of pressure,
Then you
you're
won't.
pushed, then I think just understand that you have to put that pressure, that stress aside, and just be relaxed. There's no other way out.
Yes.
Like you just got to be yourself.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kumar, for taking some time out. I genuinely feel it was one of the best podcasts that we did. I personally got to know a lot about new strategies and some of the personal techniques that you use with your students that has helped them to get the score over the last few years. Guys, as Dr. Kumar said, implement these strategies and see if it works for you. And if it does, then let us know. Leave some comments. And if you have any questions, you can leave your questions in the comment box and we would love to answer them back. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.